Welcome back to the Clutch Knockout. Now what we're going to be talking about is Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter. Now, Shawn Porter versus Terence Crawford is what you call a fight. This is what fight fans have been waiting for. Now, Shawn was calling out Terence for a while because nobody wants to fight Terence. Everybody seems to be scared of Terence Crawford. He's a great fighter, but the only people that want to fight Terence Crawford is nobody really, because even Earl Spence is not really calling out Terence Crawford like that. You know, he wanted to fight other people. He went and chose to fight Danny Garcia. I don't know what the behind the scenes is looking like, but it seems like nobody wants to fight Terence Crawford. Or maybe Terence Crawford doesn't want to fight anybody. But they're mandating, I forgot which boxing organization is mandating the fight between Shawn Porter versus Terence Crawford. But I'm glad they are, because it's a great fight. Earl Spence last fought Danny Garcia. He won. Him and Terence Crawford are supposed to fight, but you know, he had the accident right before that fight with Danny, and then he had the eye incident, so he can't fight Terence Crawford at the moment. You know, but he fought in the last year. Terence Crawford hasn't fought in the last year. So we're going to talk about the matchup between Porter and Crawford. And I hope it's not canceled, because for some reason, almost every good fight is being canceled for one good reason or another. Not good reason, one reason or another. And I just hope this fight goes all the way, because it's going to be, besides the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder rematch, it's going to be the biggest fight of the year if it goes down. Both good fighters, both great fighters. Shawn Porter, I really like him. He's real technical, real smart in the ring. You know, I feel like Shawn Porter is fighting above his weight class, but he's so skilled that, you know, it works. I think Shawn Porter would be even greater if he fought people, you know, his same size or around, but he likes fighting a little bigger guys, because he's just that confident in himself, and every fighter should be. But in my honest opinion, I think Shawn Porter might get knocked out in this fight, because Shawn Porter is great, but he's not known as a knockout artist. You know, even when he fought Earl Spence was just coming forward. Now, he was moving, boxing real good. Earl Spence chose to box him, which shows the respect he has. He didn't want to just brawl with him. Shows the respect he had for Shawn Porter. Now, they're wondering if Terence Crawford can beat Shawn Porter. And I'll say the difference between Terence Crawford and Earl Spence is Earl Spence will beat you up. He'll go, you know, 12 rounds just beating you up constantly, bang, bang, bang. You know, whereas Terence Crawford, he might have a slow start, but he figures out the angles. He figures out what will get the job done in the power shot and getting people out of there. I have more faith in Terence Crawford knocking someone out than Earl Spence, and more than Shawn Porter too, but only because I think Shawn Porter's fighting guys bigger than him. If Terence Crawford hits Shawn Porter with the right shot, I'm wondering, will that get him out of there? I don't believe Shawn Porter could get Terence Crawford out of there, so I think he would have to win the fight by decision or something like that. You know, 12-round fight, long distance it. But Terence Crawford has the ability to knock Shawn Porter out, all right? So that's the differences between them. But both of them are great fighters. Do I think that Shawn Porter has a good chance of beating Terence Crawford? Yeah, if he doesn't get knocked out, then Shawn Porter has a chance of winning, because Terence Crawford is known for having slow starts. He's not the best. He has to adjust. He has to figure out the fighter before, you know. I've seen him eat plenty of shots in the beginning of the fight, you know, where you think he might lose this, and then he makes the right adjustments and bang. So if I had to bet, my money would be on Terence Crawford, but it's going to be a great fight because you truly can't say, oh, this person is definitely going to win, like Canelo versus Plant. You know Canelo is going to win. If you a betting person, you should just bet on Canelo because I doubt Canelo. I haven't seen a person I think that could beat Canelo yet. I wish like Andre Ward was still fighting or something like that, but even the same thing with Crawford and Earl Spence, like they're running out of opponents. They need to fight each other. But for this fight, Shawn Porter, Terence Crawford, I'm actually gonna be rooting for Shawn Porter in this fight. I'm a real big fan of his, even though he lost his last fight or maybe the last 2 fights. But I'm a real big fan of him. I'm definitely gonna watch it. I might bet on your boy Shawn Porter. Depending on how I feel. I gotta really break this down more. I might do another video. Leave a comment in the descriptions if you guys would like a breakdown from me. But yeah, that's my opinion. I think Terence Crawford will win, but Shawn definitely has a great chance. Leave a like, subscribe. Thank you for listening.